Hi, this is David Lowry with Stress Free Property Management, and this video is about how to deny a tenant for one of your homes when you really need to rent it. And this is super tempting. But by the way, please subscribe to the channel below and hit like if you obviously enjoy the video. That is much appreciated. But let me get into it. So I just had a tenant application come across my desk today. And it was for a really beautiful home in a terrific neighborhood. It's probably worth $450,000. It's less than a year old, 5-bedroom, 4-bath, 3-car garage. So phenomenal. And the owner lives there still and wants to rent it before he moves because it's going to be a real struggle paying in 2 mortgage payments, which I get. So we have it listed in, and we're just not getting much traffic or much many prospects coming to see the home or calling us, and the owner's really getting desperate, which I understand. So I thought I would do this video to just kind of go through this, because this is where the temptation arises to bend the rules of what your procedure is for accepting or denying applications. So this particular tenant had a 460 or 440 beacon score, which, if you don't know, is tremendously bad. That's F credit. And she had 13 individual creditors on her report, and she had not paid all 13. They were all in collections. Plus, she had a bankruptcy, I don't know, 8 or 9 years ago. So not looking so good. But the sexy part of this application is she has just got her PhD, and she has a high-paying job, and so she's moving to the area with her family. So that looks good. There's a very normal reaction when you meet someone with a PhD or a doctor. It's one of respect and a little bit of awe that they were able to go through all that schooling and get that degree, which, obviously it is something that everyone should be respectful of. It's amazing. However, you can't let it blind you to what's going on. So, a couple rules that you should keep in mind as a landlord. How a person does one thing is how they do everything. So if she hasn't paid 13 creditors, which is all creditors, there's not a single creditor in the last 7 years that she's paid, do you think that might show up in your landlord-tenant relationship sometime down the road? You bet. I have seen these examples where they'll do $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 worth of damage and lost rent, and they have PhDs. I in fact just saw one of those 6 months ago. I didn't rent to them. They called me after the fact. My leasing agent brings it in and showed me, and this is why I personally approve of denial applications, because this is hard. The owner really needs to rent the home. And this person has a great income, no bad rental history. She just doesn't pay a soul. And it's very, very tempting to overlook that, which is why I'm doing this video, because trust me, it's a huge mistake. And where you earn your money, like when you buy real estate, is when you buy, not when you sell. You gotta buy right. It's the same with a tenant. You're gonna earn your money when you rent to the right tenant. Because if you rent to the wrong one, it will be a living hell, and you'll have a huge bill at the end of the experience. At least 7 times out of 10, and it's just better to pass. But you gotta have some rules in place and have this thinking in place, because the temptation when you need to rent something sometimes is overpowering. So hopefully this helps. I appreciate you listening.